Hey, what's up, Sticks TV fam? We got Marley Marl, one of the OG rappers coming straight out of Charleston, South Carolina, the Remont Road area to be exact. Marley Marl grew up in the 90s and early 2000s, and he would have the American dream type childhood, living with his mom, dad, brothers, and sisters. He would jump off the porch at the early ages of 14 when his mother passed away at the young age of 40. He would hear his grandma crying in the front room, and the pain made him cringe. He knew life would be totally different, so he started roaming the streets trying to provide for himself. He would go back and forth to the juvenile facilities, and eventually, Marley Marl's grandma and father would dislike the fact that Marley Marl was running the streets and coming home late. By the age of 16, Marley Marl would run away from home with a plan on a mission. Marley Marl would hit the streets hard, but he would also hit the studio even harder. He would record his first song with this guy by the name of J Black, who had a label called BBE, short for Big Business Entertainment. By 16, he would start his own record label called CTB Records, short for Choptown Ballers, with his brother, Big Dennis. This would be the turning point for music in Charleston because Marley Marl started rapping, and at that time, most Charleston rappers' lyrics were either too hardcore or low budget. Marley Marl would be that young hustler rapper to bring the sauce to the city. Not only he felt like he had a real story to tell, but he also wanted to put Charleston on the map because of our unique accent and culture, like how Cash Money and No Limit did with New Orleans. So by the age of 17, Marley Marl and Lil Manny off the making would collab, dropping the original Donkey song. That collab was very major in the city because that ended the money making versus the Money Mount Street War, allegedly. By the age of 20, Marley Marl would do a remix to the song Donkey, and this is where he would take off like a rocket. He was the first Charleston rapper to make a bag off his records, and most of his money came from the local music stores like Local Records and Monster Music. Marley Marl was putting in that work. He was actually the first Charleston rapper to make a double disc album, and a double disc album is 2 CDs in one pack. Before you knew it, Marley Marl would become one of Charleston's greatest rappers for several reasons. Until this day, he is in the top 20. While people were rapping just to rap, Marley Marl was getting paid off his music since back then. Not only that, he was the first to drop a short film, and nobody got more radio hits or paid shows than him. Also, some of Marley Marl's soundtracks would get hosted by Charlemagne the God and DJ Chuck T. Back in 2008, when nobody knew about Johnny Dang, Marley Marl was getting custom-made jewelry done. He would also produce the first female solo album in Charleston called Sittin' Pretty by Artillery. With the help of 40 Ounce Productions and people like DJ Chuck T, Marley Marl would become so advanced in the music scene at that time before the internet that even 2 decades later, he still can charge a grip for out-of-town shows. And this is why Marley Marl is labeled the King of Charleston.